hello. Baron, Mac, Al, Winter, Willow. How is everybody? That's right, tonight we're working on some items. YouTube streaming win? No, probably not. Probably not happening. Okay, items. Is this one? Smoothie tending, that's right. Okay. I need to move these items out of here. They really don't belong. I need to reconsider these icons, I think, at some point. TikTok streaming. I'm sure TikTok would love this. Okay. So yeah, we need items that you can get from right now. Here's our main set of items here. 3 healing items. 3 energy items. And then 9 combinations for each of the possible combinations of these. But we need an item that you would get by cooking just a strawberry on its own, just honeycomb on its own, and potentially, I don't know about lemon. The scarecrow would be an interesting one. Like, we could totally make pumpkin something you could cook. It would be an interesting idea. A burnt strawberry. No, it's going to be a smoothie. It's going to be a smoothie. You mix up the strawberry, you get a smoothie. Yeah. Shroom to super shroom. No, in the early Paper Marios, you'd cook mushroom and you'd get like, I don't even remember what, like just a roasted shroom or something. And honey syrup, when you cooked that, you got a tasty tonic, which was a little bit of flower points and also cured some status effects. And they did not tell you which status effects would be cured by it, which is great. That's sarcastic. It's not useful information. Welcome in, Forgetful Programmer. So yeah, Strawberry Smoothie is going to be our start. What? No, Willow. I think that was the episode title. I already have 2 YouTube channels. I don't need any more. I don't need any more involvement with YouTube. Turn the honeycomb into honey. It feels a little bit too, like, well, it's already honey, you know? I need to figure out, let me look up the Bug Fables recipes. Let's see what we had here. Oh, Toidle? What? What do you mean?
I don't like one of those items.
These look great. I don't know what you're talking about. So let's see here. So we had honey drop and then glazed honey in Bug Fables. I think Turtle doesn't like cupcakes or something. Danger. Egg into fried egg. Oh good, now Snail's here. Berry juice. Bug Fables had a lot of alternate recipes for things. It was very interesting. Baked yam. Also weird that a lot of times, like, you could take cooked items and recycle them into another recipe for no real benefit. Yeah, Bug Fables had a lot of different items. We probably at some point will. But not in Chapter 1. Chapter 1's going to be fairly... fairly straightforward. Is snail related? Is it snail related? It is. I don't see any snail related items here, so I don't know. Turtle's losing it. All right. So let's add a piece of candy. I like that idea, Al. I like that idea a lot. Like that your very standard, like individually wrapped ball of candy sort of thing. Yeah, honey candy. Or something, which presumably would just be restores a little extra energy and maybe even gives you some energy regen over like a couple turns or something. Lemon could be lemonade. Lemon is a weird one because it's a very powerful item. Like it's going to be almost 10 times the price of your standard healing item because it's a revive. So it's not the sort of thing you probably want. I guess, it could be like a slightly stronger revive. Like it revives you with, I don't know, like 15 health instead of 10 health. No, wow, we cannot do ham. Absolutely not. Zero chance. I think long term I want to move the module pieces into a different file and save this for actual items. These are all like menu icons, so they may want to be in a different file, or maybe realistically the item pieces need to move into a different file. I don't know. These aren't menu items or anything. These are UI things, so I don't even know what they're doing here. And like all the pause menu stuff is up in here. It's all squeezed in. Okay, so we're gonna make a smoothie. And then I think candy is a really good shout. Like that's exactly the sort of like very generic item that you would have. It's a very like friendly RPG sort of item. Yeah, definitely. Okay. All right, that gives us some boundaries to work in. Let's see here, our outline. Maybe about, nope, we had it the first time, about 3 pixel outline, looks right. 2? No, 3. Okay, smoothie. Yeah, we could combine candy with a lot of things. I don't want it to be too complex of a hierarchy of items. It could be very, very weird. All right, smoothie. Well, it's got to be in a glass. I guess it could have like a visible chunk of strawberry in it. straw would be good to differentiate it a bit from the jam, just to give it a different, obvious silhouette. All right, let me get out the drawing pad. Careful. All right, let's smoothie it up in here. So something kind of like that. And then kind of a lighter that. Basically, yeah. Big straw? Does straw make sense? You don't drink... Do you drink smoothies with a straw? I don't have a lot of smoothies. They're usually pretty thick. You can. Theron. That's like the last thing I need. Okay, let's grab the strawberry color here. We'll make it a little bit more pink. There we go, something like that. Oh wait, actually, here, just give me a swath of that. Let's go over it in a very obvious color first. Like this. And then let's also grab this shape here. And then expand selection by 2 pixels. That's a little much. Reduce selection by 1 pixel. That's okay. We're gonna have to bring it in a little bit around the edges. Actually, that seems okay around the edges. Okay, so now we can lock the opacity here. And then, still got a little bit of a blue outline, and I'm okay with that. Here, just do this. Give it a bit of light blue for the glass. And then fill it up. Give it some kind of texture. That looks pretty good, I think, for a little strawberry smoothie. Still don't really... Who did we see playing it? It was Photon. Photon was streaming it the other day. The world map is massive. I don't know if you can really say that when you have a algorithmically, like, calculated map. Like, of course, I mean, math is infinite. It just comes down to how much can they generate before your computer starts to struggle. Kind of make a little bit deeper color towards the bottom. Should it be more pink? like that. Maybe delete this block now. This part up here needs to be colored white. That outline's gotta go. Oops. Oh, no, we're good, we're good. But yeah, red stripes on the straw, of course. A little bit more color along the top here. A little bit of an obvious edge. Some black seeds, yep. Something a little bit more. No. What's this look like? Nope. Well. Whoa. It certainly applies a texture pretty fast. It does, doesn't it? Let's even give this, I think this would be nice. Let's give this a little leaf on top, like a decorative. Should I have like a whole strawberry chunk in here, maybe? Behind here, but also with lower opacity. Wait. Select here, and then lower opacity. Brush, erase, low opacity. Nope, that's not what I want after all. I guess what I want is color over the bottom with low opacity blue. Now you can't really see the color very well, can you? It's going to be very small. You're not going to be able to tell this much detail. But I think it would be nice. We had it. Strawberry smoothie. Strawberry smoothie. Complete with a glass. Okay, honey candy. We're gonna group these so we can merge them down later. These grouped up. Honey candy. I mean, that's really just going to be big ball, and wrapper. And then fit it in the size of the item block. Basically there. Okay, and we'll borrow some colors from the honey itself. Okay, so we want to do select spaces here, expand selection by 1, fill, block layer, and then let's grab this. Beautiful, beautiful honey candy. Okay. That's not going to be the end, of course. Candy. So we'll have some little stripy bits here on the wrapper. A little bit of that. A little highlight in here. Get a nice shine. Here and here. Oh yeah, that's looking good. And let's get some good shadow down here. Honey candy. GQ, hello. Little dumpy. You really got a kick out of that. Did everyone see GQ's reaction? I'm assuming, yeah, here we go. I don't know exactly where this cuts off, but hopefully it's in the proper spot. Oh, it's so good. It's so good. Reaction streamer time.
Happy.
Bowser. Little dumpy.
Wait, I'm in the perfectly wrong spot here. Hold on. Hold on now. Get me out of here. Let me just duck around the corner.
Bowser.
It's me and GQ streaming together.
Little dumpy. Oh no. Oh. Oh no. Oh. Little dumpy. Ah. what broke me. Oh, it's too early for this.
All right, that's enough of that. That's enough of that. Candy, honey candy. Very good call there. I think we'll do. It gives you flower, like a little bit more flower points than raw honey, but also it gives you like energy regen for, I don't know. We'll give you 1 point for the next 3 turns. You busted. 3 turns seems like a lot, but 1 point keeps it from getting ridiculous. They have not, as a matter of fact. Do they count? They're weird and different. Well, we could do that. It wouldn't take much. They do have names. Oh, my caps lock was on. How are these not on, like, one of the established wikis or something? Why is it all these weird... Fine, I'll get it from Nintendo Live. Oh, this is awful. This is not how I want this list to be. Just want like a very straightforward text list. Parentheticals on their sources. I can just grab the bolded ones. There's not a lot of good ones. But question mark block ruins would be terrible. There's a typo in this list. Is my music louder? Let me check. Like 3 ticks. I had it on 13 instead of 10. No, my mic was moved really far away from me because I had the drawing pad out. They have a typo in their list, so I don't know if I really trust this. Yeah, these kind of are not great. Let's see here. Let's see if we can... Is there anything worth adding? Question mark block ruins would be awful for this list because you would get it immediately. Let's see here. Mario Kart tracks. Okay, what can we add? Salty Speedway, sure. Cheap Falls, sure. Dandelion Depths sounds great. Whistletop Summit, I'll take that one off there. No, too obvious from the spacing. We'll take Oasis and Burnout, and that's it. That's all we're adding. I'm gonna save it. I'm gonna rebuild it, but I'm not gonna relaunch the executable. Okay, apparently I am, because it's gonna keep yelling at me until I do. Okay, there we go. Done. That is really the Mario way of naming things, isn't it? Adjective, noun. Dry desert. Cheap Falls is... I don't think falls within that category exactly. Point stands. Which Rainbow Road, though, Willow? There's been, like, 30 of them. There have been, on average, more Rainbow Roads than there have been Mario Karts. The one from Super Mario Kart, like the SNES. That one had, like, 5 Rainbow Roads, didn't it? Really? Super Mario Kart? That can't be right. Hang on now. Hang on now. Is that true? Because they had so many. Well, how about that? I thought there were way more duplicates than there were in the original Mario Kart. Then again, I didn't play it a ton. I did play it a lot. Like to the point where me and my friends would make a game of seeing how many of the courses could be played backwards by repeatedly like fishing for feathers in Bowser's Castle. But from the fact that subsequent Mario Karts, starting I guess with maybe Deluxe was the first one to start redoing tracks. Like Deluxe had 3 Rainbow Roads in it, at least. Probably more. Oh yeah, I guess when you count the DLC tracks, there were even more. Okay, we have some items we can use here. What else did we want to do cooking-wise? Anything right now, or is that good? That might be good. In which case, hide this. Save this. And then check to make sure that that is appearing. Yeah, they're in there. Good. Never tried strawberries with honey. Well, no time like the present. What do we call it? We call it a honeyberry. Downloaded Super Mario Kart a few days ago. It was out of all the games on the Super Nintendo that no, you know what? I was about to make a statement and I'm doubling back on it before I even finish it. Super FX chip was used all over the place for first party Super Nintendo games. Like they were really pushing that because that was, I guess, the big thing. Strawberries with honey? No. Melted chocolate. Long ago, we would occasionally have baker's chocolate in our cabinet that I would microwave for a very particular amount of time. We had it down to the second because it's like, oh well, X is too much and Y is not enough. Thank you for the follow. All follows are anonymous. Is that the SA1? No. Super FX chip was a little chip on the Super Nintendo that allowed for pseudo 3D graphics, as well as let me roll back. It allowed for stretching and rotating sprites on screen, and not like just scaling them up and scaling them down, but also like reduce the top edge and increase the bottom edge, which could create the illusion of flattening out. And so they did a lot of really interesting things with it. think about when a Koopaling in Super Mario World is defeated, you know, they do the wow, and then they do the wow, 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 and you see him like stretch out all crazy. That's the Super FX chip at work. So they used it a little bit in Super Mario World, but then they went really crazy with some other stuff. Mario Kart, you know how it looks like you're on a 3D track? You're not. It's a flat image. The track is a flat image, but they lay it down. They kind of stretch the front end out and reduce the back end, and it gives the illusion of depth. And then they can just rotate that as you turn. The chip made it all 3D. Your brain interprets it as 3D. So here, let's do a quick little blob here, and let's get Spriters Resource Mario Kart, because I'm sure they've got the actual tracks here. Perfect. Copy image, paste image, boom. So this is it's the opposite of Paper Mario. I guess you could consider it like that. It is vaguely the opposite of Paper Mario. So the idea is the image would exist in memory like this, but what they would do, I don't actually know how to do this in this program. What they would do, Abram, thank you for that tier 1 sub. It's gonna read it.
Super Robot Cart.
There it is. Super Robot Cart. You guys know I did do a lizard. I got hit with the lizard penalty already. How do you do this in Krita? I could do this in Photoshop. I know how to do it. It's like a transform. Shear, not shear. Hang on. In addition, what? Gosh, lizards. Tool options? No. Retransform. Perspective. Here we go. How do I get to that? Here we go. All right. So here we go. Hopefully. There we go. This is what you can do with the Super FX chip. Is this sort of business to flatten it out. And now we have the illusion of three-dimensionality. Now can I boop. Have the illusion of three-dimensionality without actually being three-dimensional. Okay, that didn't work out great, but so many quality things. Right now, there's not a lot that I am missing tool-wise, but what I am really struggling with is knowing where they put everything. This whole tool options thing is really throwing me for a loop sometimes. So anyway, that's what the Super FX chip was capable of, because you could take a flat image, but then lay it down, stretch it around, and so you had a lot of things in those early and, well, like a lot of the first-party Super Nintendo games had some use of it. Link to the Past, when you're viewing the map, you can view the full map, but you can also view the zoomed map, which kind of laid it on its side and let you kind of pan around that way. I think you could pan. Final Fantasy IV let you like overworld travel on the map from the airship. It was doing Super FX chip to get that kind of laid down flat map. And it was so cool because you started with the top down map, and when you got in the airship, the world would sort of like fold away as you were like gaining altitude. Oh. Anyway. Yoshi's Island loved Super FX chip. They like to an almost excessive degree. And I want to say that that's what made Star Fox or Lilat Wars, depending on where you're from, possible in the first place was Super FX chip, because it was pseudo 3D rendering. It was close enough. Bless you. Okay, let's get these new items in. We're gonna have the strawberry smoothie. It is for a friendly unit. Oh my gosh, here come the lizards. Super Off-Road. I'm not familiar with Super Off-Road. I'm trying to think about some other first-party games that use Super FX chip. You know what? Weirdly enough, I can't think of any instances in Super Mario RPG where they used the Super FX chip. Because when you see the effects of it, you're like, okay, yep, there it is. There's that Super FX chip. So now trying to think of it, I can't really think of any cases where that was used. Oh, right. Mode 7. That was what the chip enabled, was a different rendering mode called Mode 7, which was kind of, I think, that flat rendering mode, which Mario Kart used. Let's see here. This one is going to be smoothie. Icon index is 2, 3, 4, 5 more. This one, so icon index 80. It's gonna be, you're gonna be able to sell it for a little bit more. Why not? I don't know exactly how much. I feel like I want to make the strawberry heal less. Wow. Let's see here. And then the smoothie. I feel like the apple shouldn't heal that much. Maybe 15. And then dragon fruit can be 40. And then the mana ones heal for 5, 10. Should we go 50? 50 seems so excessive, but why not? A little dumpy. Maybe I could see that being the case. There were a lot of effects. To be honest, I don't know a ton about the different rendering things you could do on the Super Nintendo, but what I'm thinking of is Blizzard on the Super Mario RPG move list, where you get that effect of like the particles, but they kind of wave at a certain point. Now, I don't know if that's like an HDMA thing or what. Maybe that's what that chip could be used for. Honeycomb for 5, jam for 10, cake for 50 seems like so much. Well, no, but that sort of thing. Because obviously not every move needs special rendering. It increases the processing power. Like the N64 expansion pack. Do you guys remember the expansion pack? Wasn't that a weird thing that we had to put up with? Are these automated? Yes. Boom. Look at that. Strawberry HP plus honeycomb MP. Well, if that's the case, then strawberry smoothie, I can say that HP equals strawberry dot HP plus 3. It was weird. But they planned for that. They planned for expandable RAM. The extra chips. I destroyed a Super Nintendo game long ago so that I could cram a computer into a busted SNES. I got an old busted SNES off of eBay many years ago. I'm talking like, let's say 15 years ago. I bought an old busted SNES off of eBay. I ripped out all the internals and I put an Atom motherboard inside a micro ITX form factor motherboard with like a really crummy processor that was integrated, I think, and put a very tiny hard drive in the whole thing, epoxied it shut as best I could, replaced the controller ports with USB ports, and slapped HDMI on the back. It was a really hacky job, but it was I turned it into a little emulator box. I built my own Super NT before they had them. And then I had to kick myself because Raspberry Pi started hitting the scene very shortly after, and I was like, I could have done this for a fraction of the cost if I had that. But oh well. How do we describe the smoothie? Not health food, but you can totally pretend. That sounds mean to smoothies, as delicious as they are. Loaded with sugar. No. Cool, refreshing, and packed with flavor. There we go. That is now done. Now all we gotta do is set up this. Boom. Now you can cook it. Wow, this system is great. We did a good job. We did a good job designing that. I do believe. Now we're gonna throw in honey candy. Wait, strawberry smoothie needs a space. Might need to just make it smoothie for the purposes of keeping it snug. Let's see here. Honey candy. A long-lasting burst of sugary flavor that restores. Well, no. I I think I kind of want Honey Candy to just do the overtime. I think that could be interesting. Net's more than honey. Yeah. You heading to bed? Yeah. Initial. I think we still need to give it an initial restore and then additional of the same amount. So it's like restores X for Y turns. So as soon as you use it, it immediately restores, like, let's say 3. And 4. I guess we don't have to go far to break even on 3. Man, I'm going to work tomorrow for the first time in like a week. It's gonna be so weird. I hope past me left good notes. I'm pretty sure it did. Let's see here. We can do 2 over the course of 4 turns. Or 3 over 3 turns. In both of these cases, you get the first batch immediately. And then it also gives you the restoration effect. How do we do this? I guess I should reward you for taking the time to cook it. So let's say you get 3 for 3 turns. All right. So how do I make that happen? Because it's no longer just this, because we're also giving you a status effect. I could do that. I could have a flag on the item itself that's like a status effect thing. Yeah. And then it would be use healing item. And then heal effects, we tack on what effect they have in the description. No. The description will not say, gives energy regen for X turns. The description is just the plain text we provide. That leaves us room for doing flavorful things. Like if you had an item that heals you but makes you fall asleep, you could say, heals this much, but could induce drowsiness, or might need a nap after, or something like that, rather than the very dry, like, you know, inflicts X status effect for Y turns at Z potency. So right now, what it does is your average item will say something like this: light and fluffy dessert that restores heal. How does this work again? Because I don't actually remember. Heal text will say something like 5 health and 3 energy, or just 5 health. Right now, we're kind of at the point where we don't know what all the different types of items will be, so we don't want to get too ahead of ourselves. So what I'll do is I'll say status effect equals what does this look like? Oh, then you got, yeah, okay, so we can't do it that way. So we would have to say status effect directory dot energy regen. No, we would have to make it an object that says what the effect type is and the potency, which in this case is going to be 3, and the duration, which is going to be 3. Okay, now we need a way. Oh, it doesn't like that. Effect type not declared in current scope. Well, that's because this is a dictionary. How do you like that? Okay. So next we would need to actually use this data to say, all right, if an item has a status effect property listed, then using it somehow needs to invoke this somewhere. Maybe not automatically. Maybe this is something we have to manually read from. Combat action here is get the heal function, which is this. So it's going to call use healing item with a list of heal effects, and we could just tack on the status effect as a heal effect. I'd be okay with doing it that way, I think. Although item has it as well, so maybe we can do it that way. So that's in battle moves. Use healing item. We have heal effects, yeah. So what do we need? Item for, yeah, hold it above head. So we could append applying a status effect very easily here. If item dot get status effect, then bar. Let's see. I'm sure there is already in this very file a Q status effect flip. I don't want flip. I want just apply. Here we go. Apply status effect. This is the one. Then we will append the effect on the unit. Heal effect dot target. We'll need the potency, the effect type equals Status effect dot. Go back up here. Go back to the honey candy. Effect type, potency, and duration. Status effect type goes here. Oh, heal effect is not any targets. Okay. Effect dot potency and status effect dot duration. Is that the correct order? Potency, then duration, then effect type. Good. Okay, this might work, or this dictionary reading may actually fail. So let's, just to be sure. Let's do it this way. I'm just never 100% sure on if I've got a dictionary or an object or what I'm doing. Okay. Default to 1, default to 1, don't default. All right, next up we have to actually set up honey candy to be cookable. And that's really easy. Wow. Oh my gosh, look, we're done. That's it. We did it. Let's cook it and get in the fight. Here we go. It failed. Wow, that was fast. Energy regen. That's got to be an order of operations thing on the globals. Status effect directory needs to go above the item list. Ooh, that's going to be tricky. Is it? Nope, it's fine. Try again. We had some circular dependencies, basically. All right, here we go. Run up here, make sure that this cooking works. Cook the honeycomb. Do-do-do-do-do. That's not the right item picture. Long-lasting burst of sugary flavor that restores 3 energy for 3 turns. Great. Now I can go get in a fight with this pig. Okay, so I need to use... I don't have any way to use that. That worked. That's it. We're done. We got the status effect for 3 turns. Actually, that's a problem. We're not supposed to have it for 3 turns. We need it for 2 more turns. Let's leave it a comment in this. 3 energy when item used, then 3 additional for 2 more turns. Because this is just the kind of thing that I would see and be like, wait a second, it says 3 turns here, but 2 turns there. That can't be right. Oh, right. Because we're giving them the initial. The initial kind of makes it like, okay, yeah, you're getting some immediate benefit from the item and the extra, which is nice. Now this is interesting because the honeycomb gives you that immediate burst of 5. but the candy can get you up to 9 if you have the entire fight go through. Now, if you end the fight quickly, you're actually going to be down some energy. All right, but that did it. Right, the picture right here is currently listed as 41, which is incorrect. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 82 is the correct icon index to grab here. Let's do that real quick. Let's go ahead and cook a smoothie as well. We'll cook a smoothie and honey candy. Make sure they're both working. That's still probably a little too loud, right? Like, we could take it down 3 decibels. There we go. Smoothie. Restores 8 health. Touch again. Honeycomb. Did I miscount? Yes. It's 81. Hey! Be right back. We're gonna run some clips. Here we go. Exactly. Hey! Don't jinx it. Nobody jinx it. Yes! Oh, wow. All right, here we go. All right, chat, I'm not going to look. You have to direct me. Onward to the finish line. How we doing? We okay back there, everybody? I would love just a little itty-bitty easy fight.
As the light gains purchase, spirits are lifted, and purpose is made clear.
Yeah, I've got 6 of mine back.
Yep.
Doesn't matter, they're not super useful. Alright, just a heads up, Turtle, we're not safe. We need to get to the to land quickly.
Why?
Dragon's gonna fly in at us, and... Oh!
Bro! Did somebody...
Well,
Mhm. Yeah, lag is such an issue with versus mode. Jump through here, jump over. There we go. Line it up, line it up. All right, we're back. You know, I never played Splatoon. All right. Okay. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle indeed. Okay, that is... Whoa! Oh! Oh! Oh, I see. Oh, I want a star. I want a star, and I want to stand on that. Yeah, I gotta show off my Curbskit impression because I've been working on it, and I think I've got it down now. You know, practicing in the mirror. It takes a bit, but I think I finally have captured
I think I've finally captured Curb's true essence. All right, here we go. Hey guys, it's me, Curbska.
My plan is to grab the P-switch as it falls, and then do a runoff. Oh my goodness! The cheese!
I see why it's not working. It has something to do.
I'm back. I'm back. So back. Right. Remember, there's another item we need to make. Yeah, that's good. Cool. Oh, he got me. He got me so good. Right, the blender sound on room E is too loud. Drop that to minus 15 decibels. Okay. Where did they come up? Why 6 decibels to double it? That seems so arbitrary. And I've really got to resist right now the desire to start looking up the history of the decibel system. Okay, we need one more item to call this done. We need the mistake. Is it? It looks like 5 letters. Unless it's something weird going on there. Let me copy paste the text and see what's going on. Is that one big word? Oh, it is one big word. Okay, it cuts off at a weird spot on my browser. Okay, so we got the smoothie. We got the honey candy, which was new. We need a mistake. Also, I guess we need a jingle for getting an item. Let's whip one of those up real quick. Let's make a little item get. Oh, amazing. Speed it up. Faster. Slower. And now we need to figure out the instrumentation. What if I... That actually counts. It's fun. So right now, honky tonk piano. What about the orchestra hit? No. Honky tonk piano actually sounded pretty good there. Electric. No. It's a new. I know that one. It's a new one. Wait, that. Yeah. Okay, I know what it is now. Ah. He's got it. He knows it. He knows it. Oh, but now it's gonna bug out. The bot's gonna bug out because you guessed it by letters, and I still haven't bothered fixing that. Bug nerd. Give me the normal. Slow this down. How does it sound? Fun. I think that chord is pretty fun. You know, not too crazy. Maybe if I shorten the note duration a little bit. Give it some breathing room. Ugh. Ugh. Ooh. Freehand? Maybe a different instrumentation. Don't like that. Don't like that. Too muddy. That could work. Icy. High note at the end. Yeah, I can see that. Kind of jazzy. No way. Too much bell. Murky. Maybe an organ, weirdly. Not pipe organ. I think that works. Not this. Oh, like the... Like, yeah, I like that. Grab that. Throw that in our box of box of beeps. Good, good, good. Export. Item get. Yeah, sometimes I get too attached. This counts as sound effects. Sometimes I get too attached to the dabble motif. Item get right there. Item get dialog box. We should have this here initializes right there. So pull in a little music. And bob to it. Animation player. That's for the gear spin. We don't need that. This is for the pop in. This is where we will add our call method. Place out. Boom. Easy. Now let's get an item. Bring it down, but not a lot. Like 3 decibels down. All right, I think that's good. Last thing on tonight's to-do list is a mistake item. So we know what we're working with here. Get this out of here. There's 1,000-year door. There's Bug Fables mistake. But Bug Fables actually has a second version. If you cook 2 mistakes, or no, you can just cook 1 mistake apparently. You can create a new recipe called the Big Mistake. The same exact art but blurred. 3 devils down. What else? It is silly. I love it. Same gag. It's the same gag in Zelda. So all of these items, we have a cooking minigame, and you cooked something that doesn't exist. Like you combined items, but we haven't defined that as a recipe. This is the default result from any cooking is you screwed up. But you get some kind of like, it's okay. Not everything has to be human food. That's right. I like Super Mario to some degree. Like it definitely goes its own vastly different way, but I love that they still kept the 3 weird lines going on. It's still there's 3 lines, I guess. Oh, it did. There we go. We're back. We're so back. The mic thing. The worst. But I like that they keep the 3 lines. I wonder if we should have 3 lines. Like Breath of the Wild, it's definitely like it's there's a bone sticking out of it, which I mean, okay, Nintendo likes bone. It's very silly. In all of these, it always comes in a container because it's like, you know, I guess it's weirdly, it's the actually a lot of Breath of the Wild food was on a plate or in a bowl. It was very rare that you just had like a cooked item. Again. It doesn't bode well. I should get a filter on here. Limiter. Let's limit it to like -15. Let's go nuts. Let's go nutso here. All right, so let me get really low. Okay. Hopefully that will make it so that if it gets loud, it's just going to be weird audio quality, but it won't actually get really, really loud. And that when I'm speaking at a normal volume, it'll just sound regular. But I just made the limiter much more aggressive on the audio filters. I shouldn't even bother with a noise gate. I don't really care that much. It's probably fine. Okay. So the 1,000-Year Door, we've got some undefined green mass, some brown mass with some pink circles, a fishbone, and 3 mysterious lines. Who knows what those are meant to indicate? Breath of the Wild gives us purple coming out of a bone and blurry green. And then Bug Fables is just like, here's 3 indistinct masses in a bowl with hair-like cilia and a spoon, I hope. So that's the general path we want to take. Is just some indistinct shapes, I think, but maybe a handful of recognizable things, such as fishbone. So we'll see what we come up with. Now I gotta get the tablet out again. And then once we finish getting this item in, we will be done with tonight's to-do list. And we'll write tomorrow's to-do list. maybe controller vibration. That's something that until Willow brought it up, I didn't even remember that was a thing that needed to happen. But it definitely is a thing that needs to happen. All right, let's see. Let's make some shapes, some indistinct masses. It's in a bowl. The bowl can be relatively good, but it could have some spillage. But it can be an otherwise normal bowl. That's a bad bowl. That's a good bowl. Yeah, we're gonna see what's possible. Like, what is easy to do in Godot? And I also want to consider the idea of having some puzzles based on vibration. That's a thing that's fun to do in video games. And if I do that, then we need to make sure whatever system we build out accounts for the fact that some people will not be playing with a controller. And so we want to be able to add some kind of visual stand-in in place of the vibration, but something that only happens if it is gameplay important vibration. So we need to have some way of handling our system and telling it, this vibration is just for fun. This one is relevant to gameplay and needs to be available even if you're playing on keyboard and mouse. But yeah, on our to-do list is we want to update attacks to have some kind of vibrations. Also when you take damage, so enemy attacks in a way. That kind of stuff. Yes. So those are the two instances where basically we're looking at two different possible setups for control schemes. One, you are playing on a controller that can vibrate. Two, you are not. That's it. We need to see if Godot can automatically detect that. If it can't, then we could get by with just an option in the settings menu of turn on visual controller vibration, visual vibration indicator, and it will just add some kind of on-screen icon when the controller would be wiggling. Okay, so bowl. A bowl of something. Okay, there's our bowl. Let's put things in it. Masses of weird something. Also, let's take this whole thing and squish it a bit, I think. Okay, what is in our bowl? What weird garbage things? A banana peel is not out of the question. Slop out an egg somewhere. Like, we could have like just a random egg yolk on the side here, and it'd be like, sure, why not? Why not have an egg yolk? This is the mistake item. Could we have a lemon peel? A lemon peel, huh? Give me the pick pixels. Give me the pixels. I did a bad job here. Lemon is already kind of reserved as a fruit for revive related stuff. Okay, brown bowl. Brown bowl. Browner. Grayish brown. Great. I mean, cooking isn't really a pass-fail sort of thing in this. It's just, you know, sometimes you try a recipe and it turns out that those ingredients don't make anything tasty. Okay, that'll work. All right, let's get some weird pea soup color here. We have some kind of soupy something or other. Let's see if we can get a little bit of that drizzling down the side too. Oh yeah. Good. That's good. Let's go ahead and fill this bowl with this. Something spicy. Yeah, spicy food is a thing we could do, definitely. Jalapeno smoothie. Now we're talking. What is sticking out of here? An entire banana, peel and all. Full banana. Oh yeah, that's a good idea. Have some peppers available there. Some cactus fruit, perhaps. I need to take this whole block and make it a bit smaller. There we go. Get that banana in there good. Wide banana. Soup looks really yummy. It looks too yummy, as it turns out. We have some green mass, some green fluid, a banana, an entire unpeeled banana. I need it to be clearer that this banana is not peeled. I think that's important. Make sure that stem is nice and visible there. What else do we need in here? Some ominous bubbles, perhaps? I mean, a bone? Yeah. Fish bone or, like, ham bone? What are we thinking? Fish. That is the classic, isn't it? Do we go head out or tail out? Let's see here. What was our? Let's see, we could go for the tail with some little rib bones. That might be more identifiable. Let's get the tail. Get a nice tail in here. No way this is going to be all visible sticking out the side. Bone color. I'm better off just kind of doing this by hand here. Banana bone soup. Yum yum. Put this behind the banana. Can I get like a copy of these layers? Merge these 3 layers. Oh, cancel, cancel, cancel. Merge these 3 layers. Oops. Sure. And now do this. This. Yeah. And merge these layers separately. So, there we go. And now put this over these so that we can more easily layer things in here. Soup is still sticking out above somehow. How is this happening? Oh. Because this somehow got detached. There we go. Okay, now banana. And situate in here a little bit more freely. Do not eat banana bone soup. Yeah, that's good advice. Good advice. This needs a nice thick outline line like right here. Nice. Is that a fishbone? It is. It's not a great fishbone, but it's a fishbone. Some kind of like, I don't know, a splash of color that's unusual here would be good behind the rest of these. What is there? Is it pink? Is it bright, like bright green? An off-putting. What did you find, Willow? Banana bone broth smoothie. No. Purple something? Purple fruit? It's a real thing. Great. Just what I needed. Oh, apple core. An apple core. Like, obviously just the core. And And we'll add an outline line up there once I get the rest of it. Go. Great. Banana apple curry soup. Delicious. Actually, I think this white should be more of a yellowish. There we go. So true. All right, and let's give it some mysterious bubbles. Just some weird little... Just some weird little bloops. Bloops and blups. It's the Petrus. Willow was already thinking, like, I should make this. All right. Oops, bubbles. Full opacity, please. All right, there we go. There's our delicious, delicious mistake. I think we can expand this a bit. Oh, now it's a little... no, it's fine. Okay. Save it. Put it in.
When you purchase the Paper Robot Cookbook, as a bonus you will get our Pet Recipes Cookbook free. Just pay shipping.
Enjoy delicious apple banana bone broth. Okay. Item directory. So this is its own weird thing. We'll call it mistake. That seems to be like that's what Bug Fables did. That's what early Paper Marios did. We're gonna say technically edible. Restores heal. Now that said, how did mistake work in TTYD? It was it one? It restored both 1 HP and 1 flower point. In Bug Fables, it was just 1 team point, like 1 flower point, effectively. But it also heal or poisons an ally for 2 turns and has a chance of dealing 5 damage, which is quite a lot. Anything's edible if you're a robot. So true. So we could go the route of 1 HP, 1 MP. It's really going to be a any port in a storm sort of item. When will the cookbook be in print? It's a great question. Okay, so what is this one now? 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 82. Kitchen disaster. Technically edible. Restores one health and 1 energy. Default cost 0. You can't give the things away. And that's it. Now what we need to do is in the cooking manager, wherever I left that. Here we go. Our default result is mistake. I think we have just finished. I think that was it. I just launched the wrong scene. So I have to wait for it to finish. And close it. And then pull back. There we go. Boom, boom. All right, let's cook a scarecrow. There it is. We got it. Restores 1 health and 1 energy. It looks delicious. It's got some green gruel, a bone, an apple core, an entire unpeeled banana. Oh, it played it twice. Ah, okay. We gotta fix that, huh? All right. How do I turn on streamer mode? You know what? Just mute. Mute for 8 hours. Okay. Yeah. I shouldn't have done it this way, but I did it this way. Yeah, I shouldn't have done it because this is going to play in reverse. So get that out of here. And instead, add it here. In here. Oh, wait. No, wait. I have to make sure this is set to the sound effect bus. That's why it was so loud. I assume. Because it wasn't going to be respecting the volume. Oh, man, you know what? I'm going to need to play this game multiple times through. I mean, obviously. But I need to do a playthrough that's entirely on mute to make sure nothing is using the wrong volume slider. Like, I need to play one where the music is turned all the way down, and then a different one where the sound effects are turned all the way down, and go through the entire game and make sure I never hear the wrong type of sound. And that's going to be very interesting. I did it again. I started the wrong scene. All right. Give me a nutritious mistake. All right, fast forward on. Okay. All right, cook this item that can't be cooked. Cool. That was it. Go to items. There we go. It works. Yahoo! Incredible. Let's get some to-do done. This is done. Cooking is done. There's always the possibility that we'll want to add more and more and more recipes and new items that don't really do any, like, don't really have any niche. But it could be interesting to do. Another cookbook. Bone soup. So one twist I have on cooking that we eventually want to add to the game that I'm pretty pleased with how this idea is shaping up, and I think it could make the game very interesting. This game's gonna be a lot bigger than Stardew Valley. I don't think so. This is a lot more packed, I think, with minutia. There's lots of little animations and stuff you're gonna be able to blow through it a lot faster than Stardew Valley, I think. Stardew Valley really gets some mileage out of its content. So the idea is that later in the game, before the DLC though, yes. Later in the game, you will get the ability to cook out of battle, but to balance it somewhat so that you can't just, upgrade all items you receive in the field immediately. You will only be able to make things if you have made them at a shop before, like making them in Lily's Pad. This will make it beneficial to try upgrading new items. When you go to a new shop and you see a new set of items, it is beneficial to try cooking them in the local equivalent of Lily's Pad, because it will allow you to be more versatile in the field between towns. Specifically for when you go to the equivalent of the Pit of 100 Trials. Dabble Valley is the game right after Dabble Cart, yes. Hilariously, for a while, before Dabble Cart, I did have some ideas that I was tossing around for a Stardew Valley-esque game, but it was not going to be Dabble themed. And I'm not going to write it off as impossible, but it would be a very big project if we ever did it. Because, gosh, aren't they all? The idea was Stardew Valley, but on the moon. And maybe all the animals are little, or all the people are little cutesy animal creatures. Not like full anthropomorphic, more like Hello Kitty style animals or Animal Crossing animals. But you can finally romance Krobus. Yes. Yes. There was going to be no Dabble, but there would possibly be Rover. And I'm not going to write it out, but it would be quite a feat to make it. Okay, to-do list for controller. Let's go ahead and look up Godot Vibrate. How to add vibration to Vibrate controller, not Android. Yes, I mean, of course it's built in. It's gotta be. Stardew Valley, but there's no Haley. Vibration. Also called haptic feedback. Yeah, different terrain could create different vibrations. Oh, is this it? Oh, is this it? Start, stop. Hmm. Strength. Okay, hang on. We also have strength. Ah, okay. So start gives us a little bit. Start joy vibration gives us which device number? Probably 0. Weak magnitude, strong magnitude, and duration. Okay, that's good. Starts to vibrate the joypad. Joypads usually come with 2 rumble motors, a strong one and a weak one. Do they? Dabble's Factory. It's just a blank screen with 1 button and a number, and it just like the number slowly ticks up, and you spend X amount of number to increase the speed that number goes up by a certain percentage. That's the game. That's the entire game. That's an idle game. Isn't Factorio like an idle game, but with more babysitting? Hmm? Hmm? And more bugs. Okay, 20101. Huh. Okay, you give it just a few seconds. Huh. I wonder what kind of... Factorio is very active. Gosh, I want to try Crastorio too. I did. I boiled idle games down to their basics. Everything else is theming. Don't ever let me near an idle game. It becomes a problem. Okay. This is pretty straightforward. I'm interested in these 2 motors. I have 2 vibration capable controllers here that would be easy enough to use that we can test with. I've got a Steam controller and a 360 controller. For the record, I don't even own an Xbox, but the 360 controller I think is just a good PC controller. I originally got it specifically for Bastion. So I was like, hey, I've got a lot of PC games now. Maybe I should consider getting a controller I can plug into my computer. That's what you've been using. Makes sense. How do you play PS4 games with a 360 controller, though? We should ask GermDove. Okay. Is there, perhaps, Godot Vibrate controller demo? Wait. Maybe. 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 What version is this for? What version is this for? This might work. Oh, did I already have this downloaded? Can't help but notice that it downloaded as 1 parentheses in the downloads, which makes me think that maybe if I scroll down enough, yep, there it is. In February, apparently. Great. Cool. Okay, so open up Godot. Open up a second instance of Godot. Oh, there it is. Oh. Demo. What is this? Are these like tags? What am I seeing here? Run. Assets need to. Oh, okay. Yeah, open anyway. Let's get it. Very interested. Okay. Control. All right, here it is. Controller demo. Oh, this is very useful. Oh, look at that. You can even tell how terrible your controller is. How, oh, they should not have that much precision on the numbers. That's useless. Give me like 4 decimal places tops. So then left to right, up and down. Okay, cool. Axis 4, axis 5, axis 6. What could axis 6 be? Okay. Oh, and then we got buttons there. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Don't know what 5 is going to be. Probably the middle button. 6. 7, 8. 11, 12, 13, 14. Oh, 9, 10. 11, 12, 13, 14 are the D-pad. Genetic algorithm. Good card. Good card. Okay, that's all the buttons I got here. All right. Vibration is set to 1 and 1. Let's start vibration for, let's say, 0.25 seconds. Start. It did it. Okay. Weak motor at 0, so just the strong motor. Okay, and then just the weak motor. That feels exactly the same. That feels exactly the same. So I don't know if the 360 controller actually has multiple motors. Let's try. Let's try the Steam controller. Give it a second. Maybe it's, yeah, it might just have one motor. But that's really good to know that if that's the case, it falls back to... No? Controller? Oh, gotta turn it on, right? That it falls back to just like using the one motor. Oh, I need to change this to controller mode. Hang on. Right. Hold Steam. Settings. Controller. desktop layout, Game Rumble, use, yes, Game Rumble on. Open advanced settings? No. Have a good night, Willow. Enable Steam input for, no. 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 Pair a Steam controller. Well, I've already got a Steam controller paired and working. I want it not in desktop mode. How do I turn off desktop mode? Desktop layout. Hang on. Steam controller. Disable desktop mode. Steam setting controller desktop configuration. Oh, desktop configuration. That's a dated terminology apparently. And then choose disabled. No. Right, this is goofy. What's going on here? Maybe if I relaunch this. No, this is the wrong project. I need the Joypad project. Dang it. All right, turn off Dabble World. There we go. Yeah, it's saying no controller detected because right now it's in desktop mode. Godot, Steam controller, desktop mode. Yeah, this is gonna be interesting. Mozilla, Joypad, Gamepad API. There's a demo on this Mozilla page, I remember. I can find that somewhere. Gamepad demo. Press a button on your controller to start, and it doesn't detect it as a controller right now. Okay. Steam controller. Turn on controller mode. I don't know. How do I... Oh, wait. How to boot Steam controller into different modes. What? Oh, jeez. Pairing mode, dongle mode. No, that's not what I'm looking for. Disable desktop mode. Is this a weird problem to be having? Is this a weird problem to be having? The controller... Huh. Enable back grip buttons, gyro behavior, right? What is all this? So that looks like... Okay, hang on, I got an idea. Steam controller browser games. Maybe. Oh no! I have to get Steam to... SC controller. Oh, this is weird. No, okay, hang on. Apparently, RetroArch does work with the Steam controller out of the box. So it's definitely possible for software to detect this lizards everywhere. Jeez. What is this? How do I disable the desktop layout? Settings in taskbar. Recommended desktop configuration apply. What? Oh no, that's still a mouse. It's just not Steam controller. Not detected outside of game. How about that? This is weird. Okay, this is definitely something to research tomorrow. We're gonna make tomorrow a controller day, and we're gonna try and figure out how Steam controllers work, because they're definitely not the standard sort of you plug them in and then use them kind of things. It's so weird. So weird. So I tell you what. Let's tinker with this tomorrow. And go hang out with Photon. He's working on Lake Hopper tonight. I'll let the minigame finish out. How about that? I'll be nice. Gosh, he's already 5 hours into his stream. I'm ending it like, what, 2.5? This is how it works. Oh, Team Fortress 2 weapons. Oh, we're no. Get that out of here. What is this weapon? Austin Basher. Got it. Just in time. Oh, but actually, from everyone else's view, I think chat would be slightly ahead of the video. So now it just looks like I read the answer very triumphantly. Well, anyway, bye everybody. Tomorrow, controller support and stuff like that. It's gonna be great. Have a good night. Bye.